Hey divas, it's Kian. Halloween is coming soon and I'm single again. I bought this really cute couple costume because I thought that I would get a boyfriend by October, but no. Baby, where the hell's my husband? So you know what? 3D men are just hopeless at this point. So I'm going to resort to 2D men. They are better anyways. They listen to me, they never ignore me, and I can design them to be as hot as I can. So today I'm gonna design some cute monster boyfriends. And you know what? Let's treat this like a dating show. After you've seen them all, tell me in the comments who I should pick for my Halloween date. Whoever wins, I'll draw my Sona and them on a date and post it on Halloween. Anyways, enough with the yaperoni, let's get into it. Let's meet Bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 1 is an aquatic monster. His name is Riven. Riven is a merman. However, he's not the typical merman who are majestic and strong and beautiful. You see, Riven is a mutated merman. Centuries ago, a factory was built near the coast of where the mermen live, and the factory dumped chemical waste into the ocean, and the toxins seeped into the water and messed with the mermen's DNA. Over time, they evolved and mutated. They became more resilient to the toxins, but they appeared less humanoid in appearance. The mutated mermans and mermaids hear stories of pirates and sailors praising mermaids' beauty and how they enjoy encountering them. However, when the mutated mermans approach humans, the humans become scared and attack them. This makes the mutated merman confused and grew to despise humans. So he hates humans. We're not off to a good start here. Riven is a rebel. He loves to wander off far from home, and one day he encountered a strange being. He appears to be a human, but he has the same bottom half as Riven. The strange being is confused too. Riven looks like him, but not quite the same. But little do they know, they are the exact same species. The strange being introduces himself as Justice. Check out this video to see Justice's backstory. By the way, I know I said I wanted to design Justice's boyfriend, but I never did. I'll get around to it someday. Riven, seeing how Justice can have such a loving relationship with a human, yearns to have one himself. So that's why he's here today. What do y'all think of the backstory? I think I kinda ate, like I even tied him to another OC. So for Riven's design, I took a lot of inspiration from swamp monsters. I know Riven is a toxic, mutated monster, but I think swamp monsters kinda look toxic too, you know? At first I thought I should do a research on like how would the mermen adopt to be more resilient to the toxins, but I'm too lazy, so I just went off of vibes. I gave him sharp teeth and claws because I figured the toxin would affect the fishes and seafoods. Not seafoods, sea creatures. They would become stronger, so the mermen would have to adapt as well so that they can hunt them better. What do mermaids even eat? Are they omnivores? Imagine Ariel eating Flounder and Sebastian. I gave him seaweed hair, and I also put little growths, like those little spots around his body. I don't know, just to make him look more mutated, I guess. I did think of pushing the mutation aspect more, but I didn't want him to stray too far from looking humanoid. I genuinely think he's cute. I don't know about you all. I think he would be reserved at first because of his distrust of humans, but after he gets to know Justice's boyfriend, he opened up to humans little by little. Don't worry, Riven, you are in good hands. I will take care of you and love you. Just don't open your mouth. He seems like the type of guy who doesn't show any affection at all, but then he gets jealous and protective when other people get close to you. Maybe words of affirmation is just not his love language. But let's hope that it's not physical touch. A date with him would be at the beach or seashore. It would be fun. Maybe I can teach him some human things. Make him wear some human clothes like what Justice did with his boyfriend. He can keep the clothes though, after he wears them. Isn't there like a magic that can turn him into a regular merman? Ursula, can you cook up something, girl? Cause he has potential. Maybe I'll draw his regular form if he ends up winning. What do y'all think? Overall, I'm quite proud of how the drawing turned out. This is not something that I would ever draw at all. I'm happy that with making YouTube videos, I get to try new things and step out of my comfort zone and write stories for the characters that I create. Like, I love it so much. But yeah, here is Bachelor number 1, Riven. Let me know if you want him to win this dating show in the comments. We're moving on to Bachelor number 2. We are going opposite of aquatic and to the fire realm. We're going to hell. No, we're not literally going to hell, just in this fantasy story. I mean, I guess I apparently would go to hell because I'm gay, but that's besides the point. So Bachelor number 2 is a demon monster from hell. His name is Furno. Furno works in hell in the fire department. So the way this works is that the demons are classified into types. Furno and Shiko, who is from my stealing AI design videos, are worker demons. While Sexy Demon Guy, who I keep mentioning but never bring back in a video, is a higher up demon. So the worker demon's job is to aid with the torture of humans who end up in hell. Shiko works in the Department of Torture by Sharp Objects, while Furno works in the Department of Torture by Fire. So he's a man with an established career, just keep that in mind. And Sexy Demon Guy just oversees the operation, make sure everything runs smooth. My idea for their story is sort of inspired by The Good Place. And disclaimer, since this story plays with the idea of heaven and hell, I have to say that it's not taken from any specific existing religions. There may be elements inspired from it, alright? As I said, they work to torture humans who end up in hell. They are often overworked since there seems to be an influx of humans getting in hell. The demons assume that it's because humans just become more and more evil. But Shiko became close to a human who he's supposed to torture. He found out that the human is actually a genuine kind person. He became close to this human and is confused how they ended up in hell. Shiko discovered that the system is messed up. Human life is complex. No one is 100% good or 100% evil. But the system doesn't take nuance into account. For example, white lies, lying to not hurt someone's feelings. But since lying is a major sin, that's considered bad. Or if you are protecting someone who's being attacked by attacking back the attacker, even though you're doing the right thing, you still are inflicting harm on another person. So that's considered bad. Again, the system doesn't recognize intent and context. And in the modern world, it's even easier to commit sins, especially on the internet. You put too much filter on your picture, that's deceiving, that's bad. You watch too much boyfriend ASMR, that's lust, that's bad. So that's why there's more humans in hell now than there's ever been. So Shiko gathers help from his friends Furno and Sexy Demon Guy to speak up about this issue. Not only to make it fair for the humans, so that only the actual evil people are in hell, but also for the worker demons who are overworked from torturing so many humans. I think Furno would not be down with the movement at first. He seems like he's more traditional and wants to stick by the rule. Like, we should just do our jobs and not question anything. But eventually he opens up and realizes the unfairness of the system. And he wants to get to know humans more, so that's why he's here. I love how I can tie them to why they're on this dating show. So Furno's design obviously is taken from Shiko's. I want them to be the same species. But since Furno is a fire worker, I gave him fire legs. I'm not sure if I like this choice in retrospective. I wanted to reinforce the fact that he works with fire, so I just gave him fire legs, I guess. Are they even legs? I don't know. Oh, and I made his body more bulkier in contrast of Shiko's slender figure. If he's not literally a million-degree hot, he would give the best hug in the world, I bet. A date with him should be through FaceTime. I'm not touching that, literally. What is the point of having a boyfriend if we can't eat ice cream together? Well, I guess I won't be dating a lactose intolerant man. But yeah, I'm actually proud of how this drawing turned out. I think Furno is so hot, pun intended. I don't know why, but he reminds me of Gonart from Kappa Mikey. But let me know what you all think of Furno and if he should win this dating show. Finally, we arrive at the last Bachelor. Bachelor number 3 is named Rico. Rico's story is set in an apocalyptic world where aliens have taken over Earth. Rico is part of a group of survivors who are working together to fight back the aliens. A scientist built a machine to enhance the survivor's body for them to become stronger to fight the aliens. Rico was the first to try the machine. It was a success. He did become more muscular, as you can see. However, there's a side effect. The machine caused a mutation in Rico's DNA, giving him a mutant power. I have to be honest with you all, I literally came up with Rico's story on the spot as I was writing the script. With the other two, I went in the sketch knowing what their stories are, but with Rico, I didn't. I honestly just wanted to draw a hot guy, and I drew the monster form later as an addition. So you know what, I don't think he should be qualified for this dating show. Rico, I'm so sorry my dear, but you are disqualified because you are not really a monster, to be honest. So you all, when voting, please only take Riven and Furno into consideration. Rico can be my rebound guy if things don't work out with one of the other two. I'm quite happy with how I drew his body. I'm still sort of figuring out stylization of muscular bodies. Like I want them to look cartoony, but at the same time, not too cartoony that it loses some features that makes a body look muscular, but also at the same time I don't want it to be too realistic. I'm sure what I just said did not make any sense at all. But yeah, here is Rico. He is disqualified, so don't vote for him. So here are the 3 bachelors from today. One of them is disqualified, so let me know which bachelor I should take on a date on Halloween. Are you hashtag Team Riven or hashtag Team Furno? Remember, I will make a special drawing of my Sona with the winner. So let me know your votes or your thoughts on their designs. If you have been watching up until this point, thank you and I'll see you next time. Viva la diva!